Before you do anything that requires anything of you, even if it's chopping firewood or digging a hole in the ground or recording a video, you gotta take a snooze. And if you don't know what this is, it's, what's the best comparison? Maybe chewing tobacco, I think. But you don't chew it. Very traditional Swedish thing to use. At least it used to be. My memories of men growing up, before they did anything like physical, maybe they took a couple of cups of coffee and then they took the snooze and then gloves on and boom, start working. So it's deeply rooted into my brain. It's like a ritual. Yeah, what else is going on? It was a long time ago I did a video. I got some ideas in my head, but it's just, what's my excuse for not making videos? I don't think I have an excuse, but I do it whenever I feel like doing it. And now I feel like doing it. I got some fun topics built up in my head, some interesting topics, and I guess I'm just waiting for the world to catch up to a weirdo like me. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, because you're also probably a weirdo looking at this. No, but I'm seeing that bushcraft, survival, outdoor, maybe homesteading, all of that is becoming more and more popular, which I think is a very good thing. But the reason why it becomes more popular maybe is not a good thing. I don't know. The times are changing, my friend, and I think you can sense it too. So, well, this is just me. And who am I for you new viewers out there? I'm just a man living in the forest with my family. I got 4 kids. I got a red-haired wife. I got chickens and a dog. What else is there to say? I don't know. Ivy! Speaking of dog, where's the dog? Come! Yeah, I'm living up here in the north, in Sweden. And I grew up like this in the forest in the 80s. Then I moved to the people village. I had a career, I guess. I worked as a firefighter for 10 years. I worked with leadership development, like for a big corporation. So I've been in that world. What else is there to say about me? I don't know. I did a lot of martial art also when I was younger. I did that for over 10 years. I competed a lot in grappling wrestling. And some years ago, me and my wife decided to move back to where it all started. You know, we lived in the people village, we played the people village game, but none of us really... Yeah, finally we were like, what the fuck are we doing here? Can't we just go back to where we came from? And we did, and yeah, I guess the rest is history. So in a way, I am this. I grew up with my father alone in the woods, me and my father, and we were, yeah. My relationship to hunting and fishing and collecting mushrooms and berries when I was a kid, it was connected to food, eating. So when I was a teenager and I got myself a moped, I was kind of fed up with living in the woods, you know. No, not close to any girls, not close to any friends. I don't want to go out 5 in the morning hunting. Of course, I had a period where I thought all of this was fun. But I wanted to have, you know, I wanted to meet people. I wanted to experience things, so I did. So I kind of revolted against the forest when I was early 1920, and I wanted to see the world. And see the world for me was working at a shipyard up in northern Norway, meeting people from all over the world. Polacks, Estonians, Finnish people, Scottish people. And I got my life boot camp from them. rough people. But I fitted well in that environment, I guess. But yeah, then I came into the corporate world, still had a foot in rescue service, martial art fighting, going out in the woods on the weekends. But I was away for living like this for many years in my adult life. And when I came back, my brain just instantly became silent. The stress, everything just disappeared. So why I'm saying all of this? Well, maybe it's a part of an introduction, but I have a lot of knowledge inside me that I kind of take for granted. And I don't think it's any special, just because the life I lived. But I like to watch other people, you know, do knife reviews and go out in the forest and stuff. But I don't really think that much that, oh, I know that, I could do that, blah, 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 blah. So that's why I'm not making so many of these videos. But I'm going to give it a try now. And sorry for the long introduction rant. I also got a podcast. It's called Kaptens Log. You can find it on Spotify. And if you ask me what the fuck is that podcast about, I can't answer that question. I can't answer that. It's about life. It's a log, it's a journal. I record when I'm out walking in the forest. So you'll be surprised what I talk about. I don't know. So today we're gonna talk about knives. Knives. What's my relationship with knives? When I was a kid, I collected knives. I was obsessed with knives. And when I went out in the forest with my BB gun, shooting squirrels and birds, I had like 5 knives on me, because you never know when you're gonna need 5 knives. My father is, what do you call it? Knife maker. He makes knives, hunting knives, and he's like a true professional at that. But I'm thinking there are knives and there are knives, and yeah, let's just jump into it. Let's jump into it. The best knives money can buy is my that's a bold statement to make. And who the fuck am I to make a bold statement like that? The best knives you can buy for money, and I put the limit on under $100. The fucking best knives you can buy for that. That's a bold statement, and many people are making this statement, I see on YouTube. And you know who's right or wrong? This is my recommendation. A man from the north, grew up with knives, used them every day to everything. A knife for me is not, well, a knife is many things for me, but it is first and foremost a tool. So I'm going to talk about tool knives. Some other time we're going to talk about the real knives. The knives that you need to give a name. The knives that have spirits in them. The knives that are made by hand by a man who put thought through every detail in the knife. That's a different video. But I'm going to talk about knives that you use as tools in your everyday life. And I never buy expensive tool knives because I lose them, I break them, and I give them away. I give so many knives away in a year. I don't know, I give away 20-30 knives, I think. Why? I don't know. It's a strange fetish I have. If I have a friend over or something, I found a knife that I like that is pretty cheap. I buy 2 of them and I give them away. Because isn't it good to have friends with knives everywhere? They maybe leave it in the car, they like, yeah, that's my, apart from having a podcast and stuff and giving people knives and first aid kits and eggs, that's my strategy of making the world a better place. You need strong armed men around you, and if you can help them, arming them. Yeah. So, the best knives money can buy for under $100, and I'm gonna show you now. So, we got a little fire going. The dog is out here with me. We got some coffee. And the sun is shining. If you live up here in the north, the spring when the sun comes back and you start to hear the birds and things are starting to get green after some months of cold darkness. It is almost like a religious experience, I would say. Wait, I gotta zoom in here a bit. There we go. So, for this video, I'm gonna... I found 10 knives. 10 different knives I found. And I'm gonna walk them through quickly. I'm not gonna cut rope with them. I'm not gonna cut meat with them. I'm not gonna baton anything with them. I'm just gonna say what I like about every knife, and I'm gonna try not to talk too long about every knife. Just walk them through. Maybe I don't remember all the names of the knives, the model, the serial number, whatever that I see people do, but just how I think. Okay? And we can begin with folders, because I only have 2 folders here. And I'm going to try to classify the knives a bit and just briefly how I think. Also, I'm going to try my best to remember the price of them, but I'm 100% sure all of these knives are under $100. So let's begin. Folder, I have 2 folders, and I'm trying to pretend now that I don't get affected by the smoke, but it's a lot of smoke coming up in my face. Okay, folders. Let's begin. We have a Milwaukee folder. I think I paid like $20 for this. This might be the best... Oh, smoke. This might be the best folder that I ever bought for the price. I've stress tested this a lot. And... yeah. It doesn't look too good now, but If you want a good reliable folder that can take a beating, even bending it from the side a bit, you can sharpen the blade pretty easily, get it sharp for a really good price. And for a person like me, no, seriously, this smoke thing, I need to move. Sorry. It's too distracting. I don't need distractions like that. Better. It doesn't get more like homemade video than this, I think. Come on, a bit down. Let's try again. The Milwaukee folder, you can be rough with it, and it's sharp. If it loosens up a bit because you're too brutal with it, there's screws, you can tighten it up again. Works really well. And for a person like me who I gotta be honest, I can't buy too expensive knives because I might lose them. I lose them under the seat in the car, I put them in some clothes, my kids take them, the dog takes them. So having a folder for 20 bucks, if I would be smart, I would buy like 5 of these and just put them on different places. Good recommendation. The second folder is a Ruki knife. I don't remember the model name. These I've had 3 of them. This exact model, I've had 3 of them. This is my fancy folder knife. This is the knife that I have on me when I want to be a bit fancy. I'm not using this, I'm not being so brutal with this. I usually just cut things with it. I'm not trying to use this as like a screwdriver or a hammer. This is my fancy knife. And last year I had 2 of them. They were in silver. And after the winter now, when this year, I couldn't find any of them. And I looked and I looked and I looked, and I started becoming paranoid, accusing my wife, like, come on, have you seen them? Where are they? You know how it goes. Maybe she have hid them from me. And when I took out my winter clothes, I found both of them in my pockets. But then I had ordered this. But that felt bad because I knew they were here somewhere, and I ordered a new one. And now I have given the other ones away. So I only need one. This knife cost like $50. It is Swedish steel in it. It's razor sharp. I don't see why anyone would need a folder like better than this. If I were to add the folder that I currently don't own, but that I'm gonna buy, my next folder is a buck knife. The buck folder from America. If you added the buck folder to this collection, you are covered your entire life, I would say. The buck I would use when I'm out hunting, or more in the forest, like a forest folder. This is not the best forest folder. This is not the best forest folder. This is a fancy fancy folder, and this is a work folder. So the buck would complete this collection. What else? So I got an interest. There's an interesting brand, Gondor. I bought a cookery knife from them, and I bought a parang from them, and I bought a Bowie knife from them. And I mean, I think they make really cool knives. So this one I bought many years ago. It's yeah, this one I have abused so fucking hard that I need to have someone to reshape the entire blade of it. And I also tested to put mustard on it. Yeah, I don't know if you can see. It worked. I saw it on a video. Put mustard on the blade and it gives a cool pattern. Yeah, this looks not as, it looks like a worm, but it works. This one is a full tang. Good at, if you have this and a hammer, bam, bam. And I think now it's really loose. I need to fix it up a bit. This deserves some love. But this one I've been having like as a outdoor / working knife. Really cool knife, and I like the look of it. It's like a cowboy knife. Really recommend this. It has a thick blade. And this one, same brand. Oh, it got some food on it. This one is one of my favorite knives. I bought this to my son as a gift because it was small and cute, but now I have stolen it back from him and given him another knife, because this, when you have this in your belt together with this folder, perfect. I mean, if you sharpen this up, you can cut really big branches with it. It's a really good small knife. So what else? Okay, I don't know in what order. I just bought this. This is brand new, never used, and I have 3 of them. I saw that they have made an upgraded color series of these, and trust me, I'm not the guy like, oh, I need to have all the new colors, but the colors were really nice. This and green and orange, I think it was. And I'm gonna give them away most likely, but this is perfect knife. This is a perfect knife. Mora Companion, the best all-round knife money can buy you in the world, I think, is this. Or even the Mora Carpenter knives. I see a lot of knife nerds on YouTube. They of course, this is a high-rated knife, and it's popular knife, and I get why. And some people are like, yeah, but it's not really full tang. It's not. Well, if you manage to break a knife like this, send me a message and tell me how you did. This knife, you could have it for your entire life if you don't, are too brutal with it. But when I buy a knife, or when I have a knife, I see a lot of people use them as batons and stuff, and they break things, and I use axes for that shit. For me, an axe and a knife is a very different thing. And of course, the perfect knife can be a bit of both or whatever, but I don't think like that. I don't think like that. A knife is a knife and an axe is an axe. 2 different tools, 2 different areas of use, right? But of course, a good axe and a good knife, you can, yeah, but you get what I'm saying. There we go. So, sure, if you're left alone on a deserted island and all you have is a knife, of course you want to be able to hack things with it. You want to chop things, cut things, but I don't know. axe and knife together, there you got it. And if I had a good axe on me and just this knife, I would be happy on a deserted island. I would be happy. Buy 5 of these and you have knives for the rest of your life. The steel is good, you can get them razor sharp, they're durable, good looking. You can attach them to buttons, you can give them away, they are cheap. And yeah, then we have another Mura. I'm not so good with all these names. What the fuck is this called? It's gonna get to me. This specific model has been used by the Swedish Army for a very long time, and that can speak a bit for itself. If you want to go one step up from this, but you also get a different blade. I'm used to these type of blades, so when I get a knife like this that is built differently, it becomes a bit goofy, but this is a good hybrid. Is it called Kansul, I think? This knife, this is a really good all-round knife. This knife, when I look at this knife, I think about the forest, I think about outdoors, and I think about hunting. If you have a sharp knife like this, like butchering a deer, skinning a deer, really fucking good knife for that. The grip is just ridiculously good. If you attach then a string to this that you can have around your hand, you're not gonna lose this knife. And it's good when you fight Finnish people with knives in the forest. You gotta think about these things. A knife is for, it's a tool. You use it when you build things, construct things, you cut things with it, you butcher animals, but also you gotta remember, fighting Finnish people. Yeah, good Mura. I don't know, $35. Yeah, this is what I mainly use in the forest. This is what I mainly use when I'm out here in the where I live. Yeah, same here. All that this I use everywhere. I'm gonna save my 2 favorite knives for last, I think. Of course, we can't go through best knives under $100 without these. The Mura Classic. This one I have been really brutal and rough with. Probably need to sharpen it or fix the blade. This is not a full tang, but if you're smart with it, you can be really brutal with this. It is also when you have your sheath, this is a proper Swedish knife. If you're a man with some self-respect and you're gonna go, you know, drink some coffee with your neighbors or go at a party, and you're gonna really present yourself in a good traditional Swedish way, you have a, maybe you take your vest on, your hat, some cologne. This should be hanging on your side. The Mura Classic. It's an accessory. It tells something about you. This knife doesn't have a soul. This knife has a soul. Really good knives that, you know, everyday use. Yeah, these ones are also used, the long ones, the tall ones, by people butchering pigs, cows for hundreds of years here, at least 100 years. I've seen these. They have them in their kit, butchering kit. You can cut the throat, really good knives, stick knives, bleed out the animal with a knife like this. Got a memory from when my father was butchering pigs when I was a kid. We were done with all the pigs. Time to have a beer. He had a knife like this, and he had blood on his hand. He boom, like a final thing. He put it in a wood stump, and his fingers went down on the blade. Yeah, that was not a good memory. So got to be a bit careful with these because they don't have that. But so there's 2 knives left. I hope you're following still. Our American friends. You can say a lot about our American friends. But if it's something that I like about them, it's yeah, let's be a bit philosophical here, but what do I like about Americans? Americans are, compared to Nordic people, they are very expressive. They are good at putting words on things. They are good at describing things. And yeah, being expressive. An American person is 65% more extroverted than a Nordic person. I am the most extroverted you get in this country, I guess. But I'm not. I'm not, trust me. I don't like people, but people are very shy, very serious. Americans are different. Americans take space. Americans, they dream big. And Americans are rough, sturdy people. Almost my entire, if I look back at my own family history, in the late 1800s, we had 3 famine years here in a row. No potatoes grow in the ground. My relatives sold everything they had, jumped on a boat and went to, they were in New York, but they ended up in Michigan. And then the son Otto came back like 1920. He had earned a lot of money, worked as a lumberjack, he worked at the railroad. He had a lot of money coming back, and he built a store in the countryside, like a countryside store. In the 60s, 70s, Americans came and visited my grandmother. I had some internet connection by mail with a relative that is related to Otto. Yeah, Americans and Swedish people are quite similar in many ways, I would say, but still different. But then I mean old school Americans, old school Swedish people. They got the cowboy culture, the hard work. We got the forest culture, hard work. There are similarities. So, how did I end up talking about this? Well, I got an American knife. The Milwaukee, of course, also, but this one. Cold Steel. SRK. This, my friend, is, if you look at the Fällkniven, the Swedish Fällkniven, I don't remember what model, but I've had a Fällkniven, I had this next to it. They are almost identical. This, in my opinion, is one of the best knives ever made for this, in this price range. This knife, I think I paid $90 for it. For that type of money and quality that you get in this knife, it's the same as if you were to pay like $400 for a knife. I have been so brutal with this knife. It's been through war with me. Yeah, this is like the perfect knife if you ask me. Sure, if I were to send on a deserted island for 20 years, you know what? I wouldn't bring this, because sure, it's a good knife, but I might break it. I might break this really fast. This, maybe. This, maybe. I would rather bring this on a deserted island than this. This, no, I don't think I would bring it to a deserted island. Would I bring it to a bar fight with Finnish people? Yes. This I would bring. I could bring this and feel confident and safe, and you know, this I will have with me for 10 years and it will not break. That's the relationship I have with this knife from America. Good job, Americans. This knife, it deserves to get a name. That's how much I like this knife. It's the perfect knife. It has a thick blade, you can get it really sharp, it has a full tang, and you can be really fucking brutal with it. But if you sharpen it up really good, you can butcher a deer with it. But you can also use it when you work with construction. You want to smash a board, you have a hammer, pa pa pa. You can chop down a small tree with this. If you hold it like this and like let you know, gravity have its way, you can chop down a small tree with this. Easy. Yeah, this is the perfect knife. Perfect size, as my wife usually say. Yeah, there you got some dry Swedish humor. But this knife, oh my god, I like this knife. The sheath is really good also. You can attach this. I had it on my backpack. So we're gonna break there, and I'm gonna go refill my coffee, and I'm gonna show you the latest knife in my collection here. All right, now we have stepped into my little bat cave here, the war room, the command center. Let's see if I can just give you a short tour. It's super tiny, but yeah, okay, let's see. This, I have a curtain here, so I can take that down to protect when I grind shit here with angle grinder, and sandpaper stuff, it gets dusty over there. So yeah, this is a really small room. It's a multi-use room. It's the command center, it's the workshop, and in here we have the gym. We have a gym in here. That's another video. This is where I train myself to become harder to kill. Yeah. Anyway, let's step into the war room. I'm building myself a little more like a wood workshop in the chicken house also, but yeah, some bags, first aid, like a utility belt, an Indian. This I got from my father. Due to rising ammunition, rising cost in ammunition, I will not loan. Yeah, you see it. Storage. So I got a little TV there also. Currently watching Kelly's Heroes. This I got from my friend Raymond. One of the coolest gifts I got. A painting of myself. So the final knife. I just said that this is the perfect knife. I would feel confident fighting Finnish people in a bar with this, being left alone in the forest, butchering an animal, having if I were to work as a firefighter again, if I could only have one knife, I would gladly take this. If I would be a soldier, firefighter, hunter, builder, forest guide, whatever, I would feel really confident in bringing this. So am I now telling you, and my American friends, you should be proud of this. There's a knife better than this. Under $100. You could make the case that over $100, a better knife than this would be a Feldkniven, right? Harder steel, a bit different angle on the steel. But I would rather have 3 of these than one Feldkniven, because you might lose your knife. And this is maybe how I'm a bit different when it comes to knives and stuff. I am out in the forest all day long. I am out here working, doing shit all day long. I have kids. We go grill hot dogs. We go in the forest. We build shit. So I can't have, you know, one really, really expensive knife and depend on that, because I might fucking lose it. So it doesn't suit me to have. But if I lived like in the people village and I had outdoors and nature as a hobby, and you know, I had my kit there laying, every time I go out I take on these clothes and I have this axe and stuff, then it would be perfect for me, but not in the life that I live. So here it goes. And this knife I've only had for a couple of months. I've read about it, I've seen it before, and I had some money over. It's not that I'm cheap, I think, but I am where I am in my life right now with children, and you know, trying to live this a bit alternative life out here and not work full time. I can't just buy everything I want, even though if I want to, but so I need to really, really think that I deserve it, and I need to yeah. Maybe I'm a bit different here also compared to many people on YouTube who do these videos. Like, I don't, listen to me now, I don't want to have a knife that is cooler than me, right? And neither should you. If you take your first steps out in the outdoor bushcraft world, buy one of these. You should not have a 2,000 crown knife. Even if it's cool and it has the best reviews, whatever, come on. You don't deserve it. I'm sorry to say that. I need to change the battery. Yeah. I don't want to sound like some fucking asshole here, but bear with me a while. If you once a month go out hiking in the forest, grill some hot dogs with your kids maybe, or you and your friends go out once a year, you know, sleep in a tent or something, you don't need a knife for 3,000 crowns. You don't need a Gränsforsbruk axe. You don't. You just need basic shit. And from there, I mean, buy yourself an axe for $20 and a Mura companion. And when you wear those down and you learn how to use the tools properly, and you feel like, wow, if I got a better tool now, I would be able to be more efficient and you know, feel more confident with the tools I use, then you upgrade. It's just an upgrade. So now my price range in what I think suits me and what I deserve is this price range. And maybe I deserve more. No, I don't, but you get what I'm saying. It's the same with martial art. You go up with a belt. It's the same with the scouts. You advance, you upgrade. Maybe it's a different discussion, but wanting or needing or think you deserve to have the best everything in life, I think that is one of many things that is really wrong with our society. Like a 20-year-old guy having a sports car. Like, what the fuck, bro? People used to work their entire life to buy those, and you have it now. That is not normal. I've had a lot of courses, outdoor bushcraft courses in the forest with people from cities. And you know, they have Fjällräven jackets for $600-700. Backpacks, the entire kit. I mean, one guy might have equipment on them for like $2,000. And I'm walking around there like, I got pretty good stuff also, I think, but maybe $300 when I gear up. And I live out here. I'm out in the woods all day long. So just to be clear there, like, don't try to impress people with your gear. Try to impress yourself with developing and learning and becoming, you know, master of something. And then nobody cares. Well, I think people care. The people who want to have the most expensive fancy backpacks and shit, they care. But I don't care. If you come to me with, you know, the most expensive fancy shit money can buy, and I can in 1 second look at you, that you, how you walk in the forest, that you do that maybe once every third month. It's only gonna it's like a parody if you dress like something and you are not that. You can't fool people. And you should not fool yourself. The core, the spirit of outdoor life is, it's not what is being told in the popular YouTube accounts and the news and the. It's all about consumption, consuming. If you buy if you look in an old hunting magazine, 20 years old hunting magazine, 30, 40, it just becomes better the longer back you go. You read these great hunting stories, maybe 5 pages hunting stories with great images. It's just awesome. If you open up a hunting magazine now, it's out of 70 pages, 55 of them are just ads, commercial. Become the great hunter, buy the new scope. Well, become the great hunter. Go out in the fucking forest with jeans and a vest and a flannel and just a knife and your shotgun. Try that. Smell the air, listen to the birds. Am I ranting now? Is this some side topic? You can listen to my podcast, Captain's Log. Sorry. Here comes the best knife in the world. Money can buy for $100. The best knife in the world. This is... I'm going to show you now. The best knife in the world. I hope you are fired up for this. The best knife in the world I've only had for a couple of months, and for almost 1 month. For 1 month I had it in my kitchen. Cutting onions, meat. I got to know my knife. I became friend with my knife by learning. It's a good advice actually, if you buy a new knife, have it in your kitchen. See how it functions. This knife, I have not been batooning firewood, I haven't chopped down trees with it, but I know, I can feel it. It has a soul, even though it's soulless material. This knife, even though I haven't done everything with it, I would trust it with my life. I here now introduce to you the best knife in the world. The Peltonen M9T5. You are looking at the best knife in the world. You can argue with me in the comment section. No, the best knife, blah blah blah. I don't give a fuck what you say. Maybe, well, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not wrong. Oh, you know what? You see what that is? I should be better at cleaning my knife. What is that? That is hair and that is blood. Have I been in a bar fight in Finland? If I would have been, this would be the perfect knife to have. I mean, this is an old bayonet. This is, you could easily have this as a bayonet. Yeah, it's a deer hair and blood. This is the perfect knife. You could chop down a tree with this. You can batoon shit if you feel like doing that, if you don't like axes. You can cut onions with it. This, you can cut meat, you can cut animals, you can cut rope, you can cut, open up boxes. This knife, you can fight Finnish people with it. This is the perfect knife. And the sheath is also very intelligent made. You can hang it in different ways. You can have it at your... I have it on my utility belt. This... If I would go back, you know, back in time and have just a knife as a weapon, and an axe, of course, I would take this knife easily. My next investment in the knife world is... It's a buck folder, but after that I'm gonna buy... They have one that is shorter also. It's a bit long, but that's what I like. But I want to have one fancy that I can have on my normal clothes. This is a bit too big. It's not a discreet knife. But man, this, oh my god. I love this knife. When I opened it up, I fell in love with it. The Finnish people are, you know, I fucking love you guys. The Finnish people are like Swedish people, but tougher, more silent, and yeah. Finnish people are like old school Swedish people. I respect you, Finnish people. And you American people. And Estonian people I respect. This knife. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Paid $90 for this. I'm gonna have it for the rest of my life. I'm gonna give it to my son. He's gonna give it to his son. Yeah. Nothing more to say. You will not be disappointed if you buy this knife. If I were, you know, attacked by a wild boar in the woods or a wolf or something, having this, you know, oh, tight, 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 like this. I mean, good chances are that I would be able to fight the wild boar. Also, you know, if I take on my old firefighter helmet, like this, and if I could also have this, then come on. So, if you want to have a good knife that is perfect for like everything, this one or this one. If you want to support the North and the Finnish people, the hard-working, tough, resilient, silent people of Finland, you buy this. If you want to support our American brothers, the cowboys on the island, you buy this. If you want to have a good, you know, everyday knife that is a bit discreet, you have this. If you want to have a good, really good starting forest knife that is one step above the companion, this. Yeah, one worth mentioning. Oh yeah, if you want to look fancy at the party, you have this. Or fight Finnish people at the bar. Yeah. One bonus here then. The Mora Bushcraft. You know what? Similarities. This knife is good for everything also. But you know what? There's something with this knife. I never really felt it with this knife. I don't know why. The companion, I feel it. This one, I felt it. This one, no. I don't know why, to be honest. I don't know why. I really don't like this knife. I've had it in front of me 1,000 times now that I'm about to go out in the woods or, you know, just go out on where I live. I need a knife on me. And I looked at this and like, no. I'd rather take this. I don't know why. It's a good knife. So, that's that for me. Yeah, thank you for watching this, and please check out my podcast if you want to. Captain's Log at Spotify. And you know what? If you like watching this and enjoyed the whole video and have some thoughts and just want to say hi or greetings from wherever you live in the world, say hi to me in the comment section and I will say hi to you back. Thank you for watching.